Hello you! I'm Dan, and I thought I'd let that run because that felt cinematic to start with. Hello! How are you? I'm... Alright, Robin, this intro's already got away from me. Hi, I'm here with Robin!
Hi! Finally! I have been introduced.
Are you deliberately phrasing it like that because it's a Dracula-adjacent game?
Well, that's the thing, like... Look at this game, it makes you feel like you have to be very...
Oh, what's happened here?
I have risen.
Oh, if you press B, it keeps going backwards and loops round.
Incredible.
So, I have been wanting to play Castlevania games on stream for ages. Ages and ages and ages. And the thing is, Robin, am I right in saying you've never played a single Castlevania game ever?
I have never played a Castlevania game, and I've only seen parts of a Castlevania game.
So, the one I wanted to show you really was the big one. I wanted to show you Symphony of the Night. But if you've seen none of them... Ooh. If you've seen none of them, then I thought we may as well start with the classics, you know?
Sure. I'm okay with that.
And by the classics, I mean we're going to go for the old one first. So, I am from Europe.
Good start.
I just had to set up a Europe setting, please ignore me. So we're going to be playing Castlevania 3, which I think, and also I also think everyone else will agree with me, is the best NES one. The difference between the NES
Why
ones...
not? Sure.
Well, the Castlevania games are... 2 is problematic.
That's Simon's Quest, isn't it?
Simon's Quest, yeah. It was... They tried to do a lot of open world stuff, and it's... They had a lot of ambition, we'll put it that way.
Ambitious.
It's
Yeah.
very
That's
ambitious.
It's a very polite way of putting it.
It's also very, very messed up and weird. But Castlevania 3 is kind of where they perfected the whole Castlevania thing. So, like, stairs, if I remember, like, were always a big problem in Castlevania. But I
this is
think...
something I've seen. You fall through them a lot.
I think in 3 you can... No, maybe you can't.
Okay, I'm going to run through a list of all the things I know about Castlevania.
Okay, I'll say yes and no.
There's food inside the walls. It
Correct.
It might be gammon, might be mutton, I'm not sure.
I think in the traditional games it is mostly chickens, but yes.
Okay. The Grim Reaper is there, and he throws scythes at you, I think.
Nailed it.
Dracula is wearing a flasher mac. He opens
yeah.
his coat, and then a bunch of fireballs fly out.
I mean, yeah, it's open to interpretation with the pixels, but sure.
And there's always somebody with a whip.
Yes. This time, we are Trevor with the whip. But previously, you could have been Simon.
So, here's the thing about Castlevania. Here's the other thing I know about Castlevania. Everyone's got a rubbish name.
Oh, you shut up.
I'm sorry, Simon and Trevor.
Simon Belmont is a cool name.
Belmont's a very good name.
Yeah, but you can't pair Belmont with something super cool. You've got to, like, take the edge off slightly.
What about if it was called Simon Bellamy?
That would be rubbish. He would sound like a gardener.
You're right. Shit. I like it with Billy Belmont. Billy Belmont sounds better.
But I'm sure Billy Belmont... So there was a weird Mega Drive Castlevania that I'm pretty sure had a Belmont in who was a cowboy. He could have been a Billy Belmont, couldn't he?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's for real.
No, like... Why are we playing that one?
Because this one's better. But
Okay.
also, that one's very funny. I might show you that one someday when you're older.
Linksman's just pointed out Sonia Belmont is an actual character.
Yes.
That's a much better name.
You can put pretty much any name in front of a Belmont and you'll get a real one.
Mm.
Oh, John Morris, yes. But he is a Belmont, he's just called Morris. I
John
think.
Morris is a very cowboy-y name, though.
Yeah. He may as well be called Rootin' Tootin' John Morris. Also, I think... So, one of the things about Castlevania is it plays very fast and loose with, real things? Oh, that's going to be a problem. Plays very fast and loose with real things. In terms of...
History.
Well, no, because Dracula isn't real history, Robin. But it is a real...
That's why it's playing fast and loose with it.
It's a real story. Castlevania pulls a lot from old Dracula stuff. And also, like...
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Culture then.
Culture, yes, thank you. I was busy trying to whip Medusa heads.
I noticed that. That's another thing I should have put on the list. The Medusa heads are annoying. Don't do any damage, but they push you about. Don't
Oh no, they do enough damage in that they will throw you into a hole.
Oh, yeah, they just shove you about.
So
I think I remember that from I Want to Be the Guide though. That doesn't
Oh,
count.
that's a shame. Yeah, that had some Castlevania things in, but it's not as cool as Castlevania.
Absolutely not.
Yes, Bram Stoker's Dracula is where the Dracula comes from, and then they sort of ran with it.
Okay.
I don't think Bram Stoker's Dracula had a castle called Castlevania. Oh, incidentally, you should know, the castle where Dracula lives is called Castlevania. That's where the name comes from.
Who's in the title? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the castle in Symphony of the Night called Castlevania?
As far as I'm aware, all the castles in Castlevania are called Castlevania. It's just that I think as time goes on, they stop saying it, because it is a bit late title cardy. Oh no, says Trevor, it looks like I have found myself in Castlevania, and then the camera pulls out.
So is it Castlevania, or is the castle named Vania?
I think it's just called Castlevania.
So it's the castle is named Vania, or is the castle named Castlevania?
No, the castle's named Castlevania, but you don't say Castlevania, because that would be silly.
Oh,
Robin.
it's not as silly as naming as putting castle in the name.
Well, it's better than calling it Dracula's house. Shay Drac.
See, you keep contradicting yourself. You keep saying it'll be better than naming it. It's a really good thing. Also, great snipe there, by the way.
I'm real proud. Some of the muscle memory's coming back. Oh no, where'd my axe go? I want the axe.
Oh, right. I know that the axes are good. I know that the knives aren't as good.
The knives are fine in some situations. It's just they're not great.
I know that holy water is also really good.
So it's gone back and forth from game to game as to whether the holy water's good. I think in Castlevania 3 the holy water's good.
Okay.
So here is one of the things about Castlevania 3. It's quite difficult, as Castlevania games are wont to be, and I don't remember anything about it. So, as opposed to like Symphony of the Night, or if we were to play one of the later Castlevania games, this stream probably won't actually have us complete the game.
I feel we should also mention that we're using screen sharing for the first time ever.
Oh yeah, because I got that big internet.
Yeah, Dan's got the big pipe for the internet, so I'm just watching straight from her screen. It's really nice.
And it actually works as well, which is spectacular. But since we've talked about the weirdnesses of Castlevania for the first level, I want to talk about some of the really good bits about Castlevania. For example, one of the reasons I like Castlevania 3, it's got branching paths!
Wait, really?
For reals!
Oh, wait, is this not one that they played on Game Center CX?
It is.
Okay, right.
So,
I'm excited. I'm
this
extra
is
excited.
also the one where your path through the game determines what other characters you can play. So, for fans...
Well, I mean, that's huge, isn't it? Like, having multiple characters in these games.
Well, it depends. So...
It was huge for Castlevania 3.
Yeah, it was big at the time. So there are 3 characters we get to play as. We can get to be Alucard, who you already know. We can get to be Cypher, or Cypher? I forget how you pronounce it, who's cool and a magician lady. Or you can get to be Grant Dynasty. Don't laugh, that's his name. His name's Grant Dynasty. And I don't like him, so I'm going to try and avoid him, but I think I've forgotten the way. So I think we want to avoid the clock tower. Oh, not the clock. Yeah, I think we want to avoid what would be the clock tower if we want to avoid Grant Dynasty.
Everyone in the chat is on the side of Grant. I'm sorry, Danny.
I just don't like playing as Grant. Okay, but right, this song's a banger, so forgive me. I just always preferred Cypher and Alucard. Sorry.
Normally the chat's a very chill place, but it seems everyone has turned against you.
Yeah,
saying,
I
no,
said a bad
Grant
thing
is good,
apparently.
actually.
Sorry. Alucard's got nicer pants and Cypher's got fireballs and stuff. Now, here's the one disappointing thing about, well, the version of Castlevania we're playing, which is the proper NES version. The soundtrack of Castlevania 3 is a fucking masterpiece. It is one of my favourite bleepy bloopy soundtracks in the whole world, but it's infinitely better on the FDS, which is the Famicom Disk System, the Japanese NES that took floppies rather than carties. And don't get me wrong, this song is still really, really good, but it's not a patch on the version we'd be getting if we're using the FDS. I did consider trying to find an FDS version, but mind you, I was about to say I don't speak Japanese. It wouldn't matter.
You just walk from left to right or right to left, and then you whip people every now and then.
Yeah.
Relatable. Also, if it posted the lyrics for Mr. Sandman, but about Mr. Grant, and this is my entire life.
Oh
now.
no, is this the? Oh, it's the bird section. Sorry, Robin. The other thing.
The bombs, please.
The bombs. I can't. I'm too busy thinking about birds. Castlevania birds are dangerous. You don't know, but I would put them.
I thought Medusas were dangerous, but now I'm learning so much about Castlevania.
Oh, see, here's the thing. Medusa heads are very dangerous, but I would put the birds up there. The birds can be a real pain in the arse if you let them get over you. Or some words that make sense. I'm really sorry, Hitomi. I totally should have done. I'll be honest with you. We decided to play Castlevania 3 about 15 minutes before we started. It was one of our coming in hottest hots yet. But like, our plans for the future, just so you know, and also just so everyone knows, is that we're going to play Rondo of Blood and also Symphony of the Night, and then see how we feel. Rondo of Blood is the PC Engine version of... I think it's the next Castlevania in line. I don't think that's the right way. The next Castlevania in line, and it has the best music in the world ever, I think. So we'll just have to make do with the good music here.
I can't hear the music. I'm sorry. So I have no frame reference or further comments.
What I would... Stick the stream on for a minute. Get some. It's good.
I'm going to hear myself, and no one wants that.
Well, friends at home? Oh, everything in the NES version just feels so homely still. I'm sure it'll get be a problem later, but like, there's a specific rhythm with those piles of boneheads you have to whip the fireballs out the sky. It's like, oh, still got it.
Sure. Sorry, Danny, I had to turn the stream off almost immediately because you were talking at the same time as yourself 10 seconds ago. And it was like you're doing audio commentary in a round.
Can you just tell me what I was talking about? I'll try and echo it.
No, absolutely, I can't do that.
Oh gosh, of course, you're right. The next Castlevania is Super Castlevania, which is one I always found a bit weird. Oh, lore is a different thing.
I found that you gotta play them in release order, because if you try to play them in order of the actual timeline, you'll go mad.
That much is true about pretty much any old series, though. Hey, have you seen the Zelda timeline? Oh, this level's bad, I remember this level.
I thought you were going to talk about Metal Gear. But
oh, Metal Gear's easy.
Can't, yeah, you play it in release order, though. You don't play it in lore order.
Yeah, you do. You play Metal Gear Solid 3, then Metal Gear Solid The Peace Walker, then... Oh, I'm stuck. What's next?
Well, then it's Ground Zeroes, then it's Phantom Pain. And then you've got to go back and play the Metal Gear games on MSX. And after playing Phantom Pain, which, by the way, plays really well. Just saying. You've lost your thrown item. That seemed really useful in this area.
when you die, you lose your thrown item and also your whip length. Both of which are very important for a level like this.
This sucks.
I think there is very much a timing. Like, this is what Castlevania was, or indeed still is a lot. There's a lot of like awkward timing and like, because you have, when you jump in the old Castlevanias, you have to commit. Like it's the old style of like, I don't know if Ghosts and Goblins jumps mean anything to you, but it's that style of jump.
I played Maximo on PlayStation 2.
Oh, if you don't press the button to walk down the stairs, you die. Forgot about that.
People enjoy these games.
These games are cool.
That was rubbish.
Robin, you have to remember this game came out in 1934. They had
old game design is really interesting, but not immediately or necessarily good.
So the thing is, though, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? You like, if you're not walking down the stairs, you're walking off the ledge, right? Why wouldn't that be the case? Oh,
you did it twice.
Did it again. Okay. You don't hold down when you're approaching stairs, it turns out.
That
It's like, you know when people talk about Nintendo hard, what they mean is inaccessible. They don't mean difficult. They mean inaccessible and without UX considerations.
The reason why things were Nintendo hard is because they probably weren't playtested well enough.
Like, video games hadn't really established, like, proper standards at that point. Sorry, standards makes it sound like these terrible games, but you know what I mean? Like, there weren't standardized ways of doing things that we'd come to because they were, you know, the right way to do things.
Yeah.
And, like, Castlevania has a lot of these. Like, Castlevania invented, or certainly like, was the gold standard of an awful lot of really cool, like, gameplay traditions. There's also some really wild stuff in there, and Castlevania 3 is that with its edges sanded down.
And also, like, this is me replying to Ivy. Nobody knew how to make games yet, and yeah, that's why it's such a fascinating period of time for me. I remember seeing, I can't remember the name of the game, it was a very old thing that we're playing on Giant Bomb, where, like, the very first level, you need to jump first before you can get over a platform. Like, they hadn't even considered that, like, they'd be needing to teach people how to walk right or left first. They just thought, okay, here's the game.
Yeah, like, people will know it's video games.
Yeah, maybe you've heard of them.
But I mean, I don't think necessarily it's better. This looks like a smiley face. I don't think it's necessarily better today because, like, you know, it's a gun. Press the gun button.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's interesting to see how different people dealt with the same thing because, you know, there's the very, very famous thing of like, oh well, Super Mario teaches the player by having them walk into a Goombie.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other examples of that. I suppose. Yeah. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, they do an entire tutorial section at the start of the game telling you to aim down your sights, which, like, people would already know because they played Call of Duty 4, presumably. And then I don't think they did that in Modern Warfare 3. They just went, if you're coming here, you've already played Modern Warfare 2.
Like, you know the deal. Come on, you're here for the multiplayer.
But also, Modern Warfare 3 was really bad, and I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 a lot. So, who's to say?
Maybe the truth is somewhere with Robin. Oh, if you want to talk about Boktai, Hitomi is here for you.
I've told the story about my brother getting a truck at town, haven't I?
I think you have, but it's worth telling it again because I love that story, and I just saw your brother yesterday.
So, Boktai 2 is a game for the Game Boy Advance, and it has a sun sensor into it, where depending on the time of day and how much sun was actually falling onto the cartridge, it would affect things in the game world, which is a really... I think that's a good mechanic.
It's cool and ambitious again. Oh, is this Chucklehead?
But maybe a bit too weird. Oh.
It's a large bat, but lots of them.
Oh, okay, I'm into this boss fight.
I'm not.
Not anymore. Stop time.
I was trying to...
Or just die.
Yeah, could just die too.
Yeah. Anyway, instead of going outside and playing the game, my brother just sat by an open window playing the game for weeks and then got a tan all down one arm, and that's really funny.
I think that's fine, because, like, I think he would tell that story, so we're not really blowing up his spot.
Yeah. Well, also, he hasn't guessed it on the stream yet, so...
Well, it's... because... it's like taking a step, asking someone to come on.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's fine, we were talking about potentially doing like a Jackbox thing. We'll get him on for that. It is weird going back to these games though, because you know when you revisit an old game, you aren't quite sure if the game is actually really good, or you're just very fond of it. I feel like Castlevania 3 is very squarely in that category for me, because I do not even remember the last time I actually played this game, but I love it to pieces.
Yeah. I didn't know anybody that owned a Nintendo console when I was growing up.
I actually went round to my friend's house and played it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, all my friends owned Sega consoles.
That's because Sonic was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Robin, don't make that noise. You're breaking my heart.
I had to think about it for a moment, but then... You know what? Sonic is good.
Sonic Mania's out next week. We're going to stream that one and I haven't told you.
Sure, okay.
Come down here.
What's the new Sonic one where you get to make your...
Sonic Forces.
Sonic Forces, thank you. I was thinking Sonic Heroes, but that's definitely not it.
Oh, of course. Bosses are immune to the stopwatch.
Oh, that makes sense.
Robin!
How was I supposed to know? I thought that Trevor was the only one with the whip.
No, you got Simon, and then Trevor, and then you got... Don't remember the name of the one from Super. Augustus. And then you got Richter.
And then you've got Alucard, who spent his entire life...
Alucard doesn't have the vampire... Well, he has a whip, but he's not a Belmont, so he doesn't get the whippy.
He doesn't get the whip, he just gets a whip, you're saying?
Ooh, I forgot that block did that.
Oh... This looks annoying.
Castlevania 3 had some gimmicks as well. Like, the gimmick of Castlevania 1 was, ooh, isn't the gothic aesthetic cool? And listen to all the music. The gimmick of Castlevania 2 was, we're going to waste your time. And here it's just cool stuff. Oh, I have to go up, not down. I thought Alucard got a whip in Symphony of the Night.
You can go down.
Oh, I can go down, but I don't want to.
You don't want... Oh, okay.
I never
Alucard
like...
doesn't have a single whip.
A singular whip? Oh, Oh, looks like I'm going down, Robin.
So you gotta go down.
You got your wish.
Is Grant down there?
I actually don't remember what this way is.
Is that where we wanted to avoid going down?
No, down isn't just in this level, but I feel... So I think Grant was, you know, that first choice where we had something that looked like Clockwork and something that looked like Forest. I think if we went up to Clockwork, we'd be going to Grant Town. I think we're on our way to meet Alucard.
Okay.
I think.
Is that acid that's dripping from the ceiling there, or...? Because it did a lot of damage to you. And it's eating through the ground.
I'm allergic to water. Trevor Belmont is the dirtiest Belmont.
It does look a lot like water is the thing. And it looks like you're just standing on sand.
To be fair, we are on the Nintendo Entertainment System that has 2 colours. Maybe it could not afford a colour.
Just make it green, then we'd know.
But the background's green!
I'll make it a really vibrant, not toxic green, as in do not put this in your mouth colour green.
There's no colour I wouldn't put in my mouth. But then again, I am a graphic designer.
What about if it was black and yellow stripes?
Ooh, bee flavour!
Yeah, don't put that in your mouth, Danny!
Oh no, bees are friendly. See, now you're making delicious noises thinking about it.
That's... Danny, Vorday was yesterday.
No, Robin, no. Illegal stream content. Foul.
I think I lost a follow-up of talking about Vorday.
I think you got off quite lightly, to be honest. It's fine. I stopped eating bees and now the bees are coming back. Did you not see the article? There's enough bees again. So here's another Castlevania thing, because it's an old video game, I'm sure you can guess. If you touch the spikes, it's bad. Oh, I just touched the spikes, it's bad.
That really hurt, didn't it?
Yeah, it's bad. I think in one of the old Castlevanias they might have been instant kill.
You're thinking of Mega Man's.
Oh, stairs!
Oh, God. Look, that's unforgivable, I'm sorry.
See, but do you see what I mean about having to commit to jumps? I immediately realised what I'd done. It's like, alright, gotta see Trev sail down the hole now.
Yeah, there's something like very... Oh, Trev.
I've got enough time to regret what I've done. Oh dear!
Oh, gee, that was the new double whammy.
I think this might be a bit tricky to get up. Actually, it's fine.
Go on, our Trev.
Anybody got a chickens that lives in the wall? Because I'm feeling very punctured.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey, here's another cool thing about Castlevania. You can go over the UI!
Yeah, that's a good look, actually.
Oh, bye whip upgrade. Bye!
That's a bad look.
Yeah. Oh, how am I doing this? There's a... Can you kill or just stun them? I think there's just stunnable. Yeah.
I would say just stand by the far left side and jump over it when it comes over.
Yeah. That's
like something out of Takeshi's Castle.
Or video games.
I'm going to go with Takeshi's Castle as the reference on this one.
Okay, I'll agree with you.
Thank you.
Sorry, Castlevania platforming is very like...
It's nail-biting.
Yeah, it's cool, right? You like Castlevania now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if we don't finish this today, we might revisit and come back to the FDS version, because oh, I know who this is going to be. Sorry.
This is Dracula, right?
Yep. Look, it's all the bats.
Sleeps in the coffin.
Look, it's Dracula.
Oh, it's actually Dracula with his flashing mag. Yeah.
Yeah. And you thought you were doing a prank.
This seems a lot easier than...
Oh yeah, that's it. We finished the game.
Yeah, that was very quick. You're just slapping him right in the face as well. I thought you had to dodge those
Where
fireballs.
else are you meant to slap him?
I thought you had to jump over the fireballs first. You just got saying,
Well, you can...
there.
See, the professional way to do it is you hit the fireballs as you come down.
Oh.
Also, I don't know if that professional way of doing it is possible in 3. Hitomi!
Help!
Help! I fell down! Oh, okay, the FDS version hurts you less. I didn't know that part.
Wait, is this the beginning? Oh, you had to
Yeah,
continue.
when you die in Castlevania, like, when you proper die and run out of lives, back to the start.
Nintendo hard.
Nintendo hard. I don't remember if Castlevania 3 has limited continues. I remember Castlevania 1 absolutely does. Hang on, there's not even a way up there, is there?
No. Maybe it's just like a useful weapon.
I guess we'll never know. Oh, okay. Alucard's terrible.
Right.
Hey, actually, here's a cool thing. If I game over, should we switch to the FDS version? And I can show you the difference in music.
I have to show everybody at home because I can't hear it.
Yeah, show all the readers. I actually don't remember what Alucard does in this game. I just, in my heart... See, I think usually I went the Cypher route. Because she's got, like... Well, her melee attack's rubbish. She just sort of bash her with a little stick. But she gets, instead of sub-weapons, cool spells.
Right.
And they're really good.
The little gremlin fella.
Little gremlin fella.
What's their name?
Do you mean the enemy?
No, you can play as them, I thought. Or am I thinking of a different Castlevania game?
You might be thinking of Grant. I thought he was a... So oh, yeah, the acid hurts.
Grant McNasty.
Yeah, Grant McNasty. I think he's a flea, isn't he? So the flea are the tiny jumpy boys.
Yeah, and he can climb on all the different surfaces, so the platforming's a lot easier.
Can he do climbing?
I thought he could do climbing. That's what I remember from Game Center CX.
I mean, in that case, you're probably right, because then you've seen it more recently than me. Sorry, when I said Robin hadn't played the game, I turned out I was doing a lie.
I haven't played the game.
Oh, Alucard shoots knife fireball. Oh, of course, because he's a Dracula. So, I don't know if you know this about the legend, Robin, but Alucard is Dracula's child?
He spent his entire life and didn't look at his name in a mirror.
No, you got bloody tricked. Alucard didn't call himself Alucard. A village he stayed in called him Alucard, because he was the opposite of Dracula. His real name... I can't... What's his real name? I think it starts with a T. That's not helpful. Terence.
Trevor.
No!
Oh, that starts with a T.
Yeah, it does start with a T, but it's not right.
Remember, don't get owned.
Adrian! See, it starts with a T. It's Adrian... So, do you want to get some lore? Vampire... Dracula's name, or surname, is Tepes. I think I'm pronouncing that hideously wrong. And Alucard has the same surname as Dracula. So it's Adrian Tepes. And in the new Castlevania series, which is based on Castlevania 3, and is actually surprisingly really good, he appears at the end, and everyone who's seen Castlevania 3 knows what's going on. I'm missing this guy a lot. Knows what's going on. But he has a little fight with Trevs, and then he says, "Who are you? I can smell that you're a vampire. Are you that Dracula?" And he goes, "No, I'm Adrian."
I feel that, the names being Adrian and Trevor and Simon is a little deflating. Well, you tried your best.
No, I specifically tried to get... Oh, there's not a checkpoint before it. Oh, I've got to do this spike bullshit every time. Shall I maybe learn how to do it?
think you need to concentrate on this one, Danny.
Yeah, I've already done it.
Well done.
Thank you. I concentrated.
Yeah. A lot of the that doesn't seem fair. Like, I'm not calling out this decades-old game of like having poor design because obviously
It does.
Well, actually, I was going to say smarter people than me have probably made better points than that.
Oh, okay. But, I mean, I'll give you it. Carry on.
I feel that, like, we were talking about this earlier, that, like, the Nintendo hard term came across because, like, either people who were playtesting the game were also making the game thought it was too easy, so they made it harder, or just it didn't get shown enough to, like, the right people, so...
But also, I do kind of wonder about this. Do you think at some point Castlevania got a reputation as being really hard? So...
Maybe, yeah.
Well, this game was made by Japanese people, but it is based on Dracula myths, and I think Castlevania didn't invent Alucard, did they?
We'll need to check the tape on that one, I think.
Oh, the big tape I have labelled Castlevanias?
Yes.
Okay. Can someone go to my tape cabinet, please?
Covered in cats and... Cats? Covered in
Covered
bats
in
and
cats!
Covered in bats. And cats. What I was going to say? Oh, yeah. Super Metroid, I think, came out around the same time, didn't it? Or was the... No, Super Metroid was SNES.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they had a better grip on making games for humans and not vampire hunters.
Well, I mean, Metroid 1 had no idea what to do for humans. Metroid 1 came out at the same time as Kid Icarus, and both of those games are inexplicable.
Kid Icarus is the one where you turn into an aubergine and there's a credit card, isn't it?
Yeah, Kid Icarus is the one where you can get a credit card. You can be an angel with a credit card.
Sure. I think we next time we've got to stream something and it's last minute, we should play a Kid Icarus.
I honestly, if I could figure out a way to stream the 3DS one, I would ask you to do it with me because it's one of my favourites in the whole world.
I don't want to be there for that.
Okay, yeah, Alucard is that old.
Okay. Oh, good job on killing Dracula, by the way.
Thanks.
That was quick.
It's my 800th time. One of the bits I really do like about Dracula, at least in that first phase, I'm giving away those phases, he's always pretty much the same. He always opens up his cape and then shoots fireballs out. But it wasn't Dracula!
Oh, shit.
Ah! So that's my reaction. If you'd have played all the Castlevanias before, that's what your reaction would have been.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking about Super Metroid and how much I love this game. There's only one bit in which I didn't really get and like found unfairly difficult, and that's really early on because I didn't have a manual and I didn't know that you hold down the B button to run faster, because it wasn't immediately obvious. The animation doesn't change, and you need to do that to get through one specific portion, otherwise you just fall through the floor. But apart from that, everything else in the game explains itself really well.
That was just copy protection.
Yeah, I'm supposed to look on the back of the box and find Meryl's codec.
I think Super Metroid is an odd example because I think that's about 50-50 between like not knowing what they were doing and very deliberate. Like,
yeah.
The whole point about Metroid is it's got that really spooky atmosphere. I hate this bit already. It's got this really spooky atmosphere. Oh, the breaky ground!
Ooh, that sucks.
But also, with Super Metroid, hadn't really... Like, don't get me wrong, Super Metroid's very good game, I think.
Yes.
But... So actually, I was having this conversation yesterday. I don't think it's good as Symphony of the Night.
I have no frame of reference for that.
We'll prove it to you later.
The only real thing I can say on this subject...
Chicken! No, that's a heart.
That'll do.
No,
The only thing I can say about this matter is that I finished Super Metroid and went, oh, I get it now.
All the fascinating lore, you mean?
No, like, why people on the internet won't stop talking about Super Metroids?
I do not enjoy these mummies.
This sucks.
Oh, by the way, we have seen one of them before. I don't. You picked up on it. When a skeleton is red in Castlevania, that means it's too embarrassed to die.
Yeah, it just comes back and says, no, I don't want to die.
No, not like this! And then it keeps chasing you. Ooh! Very slick. Sorry, I'm just proud of myself.
It's some good dodging.
I know!
When's the speed run?
Well, we're going to do the FDS one next, aren't we?
Oh yeah, of course.
So we can either go to the C place, which will be full of mermen and we'll have a terrible time, or the up.
Let's go up, I guess.
Yeah. Another thing about Castlevania, there's always mermen. They're like little fishies who jump out of the sea. Oh, this is full of spikes! Oh, and Castlevania always has those little shiny guys who are called ghosts. Oh no!
Oh.
I forgot this game did this. So there is one section of this game, I don't know if we're heading towards it or not, but you basically have to climb up by playing Tetris, and there's a very tall bit. If we're heading towards that, I'm probably going to have a terrible time.
If I remember rightly, that was where Aaron had to stop.
Oh. Might I be heading for the same fate?
Is Castlevania the one where they say you've met with a terrible fate?
Oh,
or is that...
You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? I know the quote, but I can't remember where. That's not Altered... No, Altered Beast is a different one.
No, Altered Beast
What is you've met with a terrible fate? Oh no, I should know that. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the one with maybe the best game over screen ever, which is a CG render of a skull and a glass of wine saying, "Let us go out this evening for pleasure, the night is still young," and then it has game over in the middle.
That's brilliant. Oh, apparently, thank you, rude as heck. It's from Majora's Mask.
Oh, of course. Hang on, it's this fella! Please leave me alone.
Look away for a second.
I got cornered by a skeleton!
That was like the lift scene in Drive. What happened?
He spawned. It played music that means a skeleton is here.
How horrible.
I should deal with this ghost.
Yeah, I guess. It's very looming.
It'll eventually catch up with us and then we'll have a problem.
See, what happened was I got it twisted. I was thinking about being met with a terrible fate and also it being a terrible night and having a curse.
Genuinely, it being a terrible night to have a curse, I think that's the coolest part about Simon's Quest.
It's a very good line.
Just think about it. It's a NES game, both in terms of the line and also it's a NES game with a day-night cycle with different spawns.
That's so wild.
It's bloody ambitious. You can't say it's not.
I think Black Dahlia Murder. Yeah, Black Dahlia Murder named a song after it because it's that good a line. If you don't know who Black Dahlia Murder are, they're a metals band. They do screechy vocals a lot.
If you don't know who any band Robin references are, usually that's okay. Robin operates at a very high level of obscurity.
I mean, they named a song after a Castlevania line. I thought.
Yeah, they're operating on a very similar level of obscurity. Can I have a chickens, please? Oh, there's a 2. Okay,
Sure.
Would you like to ask the question?
What's the 2?
The 2 is a multiplier, something that's only in the really old Castlevanias. If you have a 2, it makes your sub-weapon twice as strong. If you have a 3, can you guess what happens?
It makes it 4 times as strong. Did I get it? This level looks fun.
This is the really cool song. This is, like... it's been so long I've forgotten all the names on the soundtrack, but it's really cool.
Oh, because you picked up the stopwatch without getting rid of your multiplier? Or is it because...
It looks like it has. I don't remember if it is a level thing. Looks like the mermen were here all along.
Oh, apparently having the 2 means you can get 2 sub-weapons out at one time, instead of waiting for it to... That's what the chat's saying.
I thought... Did it not increase damage, or is that in the old ones?
I mean, if you're throwing twice as many, you're increasing damage.
Well, that's true. I could have... Have I just not realised that all this time, and I've just been mashing the button? That sounds like something I'd do.
I think it might be operating on Space Invaders rules.
What, if you throw a knife from underneath the shield, it won't go anywhere?
You can only have one laser beam
That's a bat.
on the screen at one time.
That skeleton up there is practicing his cool sword tricks.
I appreciate it. It's very relatable.
Sorry to bully.
I also appreciate that. It's very relatable.
The thing about Castlevania enemies, right? Most of them are skeletons of some kind. But also, all of the designs are super, super cool.
Yeah.
Like, there is one skeleton that sticks with me. I believe it might have first been in Symphony of the Night. It might have been in, like, the PC Engine games. There is a skeleton whose head comes off and it kind of kicks it at you.
That's really good.
It's really cute.
Wow.
In Symphony of the Night, there is a skeleton who is a waiter.
Oh.
Oh, I hate this. I really hate this.
Having those crucifixes would have helped, though.
Yeah. I see. I could have sworn that when you picked up a sub-weapon, your old sub-weapon come out. But again, that might be thinking of newer Castlevanias.
Oh. Double kill.
Meant for that to happen.
These old games are filled with things that, like, you get them and you think, how the hell was I supposed to find that? And then you go, well, I guess I did find it.
Guess
so...
I just found it, so proved them right.
So why am I this angry about it?
Oh, okay.
Coming back to my Super Metroid experience, of course.
Of course. I didn't... Oh, wow, okay, I am thinking of new Castlevania games. I didn't know the logic for twos. Like, I knew how... So you know the whip extenders?
Yeah.
That's based on, like, whipping a bunch of stuff when you don't have a max whip.
Okay.
Like...
I thought it was preset spawns, or...
No. It can replace candles and stuff. I'm not sure if it will replace sub-weapon candles, but it will replace heart candles.
Right.
And that's just to, like, make sure you can... Oh, that's a...
Oh!
Wait, what's...
Terrifying.
I was talking about mechanics. You're right, Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not alright.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it's an axe knight. Hello.
See, I'm having the same reaction I had with Super Metroid. Like, oh, I get it. Okay.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
I got a points life. Oh, wow. Game took pity on me. Like, this game has some very, very ugly warts, don't get me wrong, but it's cool. Castlevania is one of the series, it's very cool.
It's got a really good style.
Like, both in terms of, like, actual visuals, but also, I think the music is one of the things I'm fondest of in Castlevania games.
I've learned that about you.
Thank you. I'm glad you've been paying attention. But also, like, there is a real particular style to Castlevania music. It's very... I don't want to say gothic, because you'll pull a face at me, because I know, but also, it's very gothic influenced, so it's very influenced by a lot of traditional music. Here's Frank!
There he is. Frank used to be a boss fight. Oh, he still is.
Yeah, Frank is very much still a boss fight, dear.
There was a door up there. I thought it was just a mini boss.
Oh no, that's where we leave later.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Frank is a bit of a chump.
Yeah. He's not holding it together well, is he?
I don't get it.
Because he's stitched together from a bunch of different fellas.
Oh! He's
trick,
falling
wasn't
apart at the seams now that I've beat him up, though.
Oi.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad thing that, like, they reused a lot of the music as, like, character themes and stuff. If anything, I quite appreciate that, because, like, it means you get a lot of cool versions of songs, and Castlevania has a lot of cool songs, but it's also, like, the songs themselves are, like, they hired, people with actual... I don't want to say actual musical chops because that sounds really bad, but you know what I mean. They had musicians, and it really, really showed in a lot of the early compositions. I feel terrible, but I can't remember the name of the person they brought in to do songs for Castlevania 1, but she, like, made a soundtrack that was not at all similar to anything else basically ever, I think. And, like, that set the tone for the whole series as being very classical and very gothic influenced, like I said. And it's just... So, even if you don't know Castlevania, Robin, you must know songs like Vampire Killer and Bloody Tears. You probably won't know them by name, but
Yeah,
if I was
probably the case.
like, if and when they come up in this game, you will like click immediately. Not like
So, it's like the kind of thing where I didn't know any Toho songs.
but you know Bad
when I
Apple.
when I played Perfect Cherry, well, I know Blue Monday by New Order. Let's not get into this.
Oh, threw myself in a
Oh.
hole in protest.
Yeah, I didn't know any songs from Toho, but I played Perfect Cherry Blossom and I went, oh, it's that one about Marissa.
Oh, it's that one about apples.
I don't think that's in that game, but anyway.
No,
point still
I
stands.
don't think it is, but it's the Toho song I know.
I'd listened to enough Nico Doga remixes that I recognised a bunch of songs. Don't laugh.
I'm sorry, it's just you've broken my brain, and that's not the word I was expecting to happen.
I can see how this would be challenging. Oh, it follows the set pattern. Okay, that still seems annoying.
I think I've got to wait until the drippy drippy over there comes down so I can jump on it.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah,
That's good to me. Yeah.
get out of here. Don't
Okay,
Wait Until
yeah.
Night is a very, 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 very good song, but also, you know, it's a very good song? Heart of Fire, and it's paired with that, so well done everyone involved. We're just
Yeah,
getting
it's
into
cool.
deep cuts, I'm sorry, Robin.
That's fine. It's what I expected.
You know when you and I talk about Block Party? It's not
Yes.
identical, but it's a very similar thing. Yeah. Ah! So it also has the thing of deliberate jumping, whereby you have literally no air control. So if you flub a jump and jump too early, so that your knees are touching a platform, you'll just jump straight up, like what I just done.
It's called animation priority now.
Now that we're in the grim future and Dark Souls ruined everything. Mummy, do you remember what it was like before Dark Souls? Aye, it was wonderful. We used to have air control. That's before Lothric came and took it away. Oh, I don't want to do that jump. I'm going to mess it up.
That seemed tricky.
When it was a one-tile one, I didn't feel good. Am I going to pilot my special friend around and show Robin? What? Chicken!
I think we mean Alucard.
Oh, I mean, I could. I kind of don't want to do Alucard in this level, though. Maybe somewhere I feel a little more confident, but I'm not sure where that would be.
Before the stream is over, at least we can see a special friend.
I will absolutely drive Alucard before the stream is over. Yeah, Blobby, get out of it.
I'm glad Ivy mentioned Monster Hunter. Thank you.
I know Monster Hunter did come before, and I know you were like itching for me to throw you a treat and say Monster Hunter.
I was willing to let that happen on its own.
Get out of it. I'm not specialised for melee fight, I only do whip.
Coward.
I can't. Ever since you put that tweet back in my head, I can't stop thinking about the phrase specialised for melee fight.
It's a very good tweet, is the thing. Oh, it's this boss fight again.
Yeah, it's this bat again, isn't it? This time we've got axes, so it might be okay.
Oh, wait, are you actually just... does it count as the boss for this area then?
Yeah. Like, because there's so many areas, I think there's some repeats. Get out of it! Leave me alone! Yeah, if you have the axe, you win this boss fight, is the thing. But it was just a mini-boss! Oh no, this is the area that sucks! Oh no!
Yeah, this is the part.
Oh, Robin, we could be here for a while. Ah!
Do you want to put some of those, like... don't know enough about Game Center CX. What are those things you always put on his face to relieve stress?
Like a cooling pad.
Yeah.
If anyone could do some really bombastic Japanese TV style subtitles over this, I'd really appreciate it.
I'm going to get my producers to sit out in front of the window to hide the glare.
That's a very charming show. We're joking about it a lot. It's a very charming show.
I'm joking about it because I love it.
I haven't watched it in years, but I have incredible fondness for it. It feels like a lot of people from the same group got into it around the same time. Can't get up there yet.
Oh!
They got me. Oh no!
Do you have to fight the bats again?
I have to do the whole level again, Robin.
Wait, really? Oh wow! Fuck this.
We didn't get an orb. The orb is when the level ends. The boss,
right.
The bat's a mini boss now. A Castlevania's only over when you get the victory orb.
Right. Or the Easter egg.
No, it's just the victory orb. The Easter egg would crack open, revealing an Easter inside.
Sure, that's how that works.
That's what Easter's born from.
Yeah.
We'll get to that bit again and try once more, because I don't think I want to be here all night. If we do get to that point, we'll swap out the FDS version.
Sure. Is there any way you can, or is it going to be more audio cable stuff to get that sound coming through Skype? So I can get the game audio? Or is it going to be too complicated to bother with for now?
It would be a bit of a faff. I think I've missed my chance. I've missed my chance.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was more Hollywood than it needs to be.
It's alright, I thought I'd leave it to like last second and be really cool about it.
Sure. I'm into that.
That's what I'll go with if anyone asks. Oh, that's a bad bat.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh, well done.
Thank you. It was luck. Like, that's the other thing about having...
You didn't need to say that.
Well, that's the other thing about, like, how Castlevania plays. With the deliberate jumping and stuff, when you pull off something really cool, it is mostly luck. I mean, I intended to do a jump, but... Excuse me.
This is a cool concept for an area, but I feel that if it moved a bit faster, I would be more forgiving.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to wait too long. I think perhaps the drippy with the buildy is maybe a bit too much for one level, but also, again, that this on the NES is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Very generous of you.
Thank you.
Oh, where were those axes? I wouldn't just miss them. I want those axes for the bat.
Holy water should be... Oh, no, because it'll
Holy water
still
arcs down, is the thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Ooh. Out, let me out. Trevor wants out. Do you think Trevor calls himself Big Trev?
I hope not.
Well, then what does he call himself? Actually, in the anime, I can kind of imagine him calling himself Big Trev. If you haven't seen the Castlevania Netflix series, by the way, it's really worth a look. It's a bit grisly, like they go real heavy on it, but it's the weird part I wasn't expecting. It's actually fully canon to Castlevania 3.
I heard that like they pay a lot of attention to like the lore in the extended universe, and you even hear either Dracula or Alucard. I don't know enough about Castlevania. You actually hear him say his last name, his middle name, and pronounce it properly, which is brilliant.
There it goes. Oh, it came back. Like it has like a really weird level of detail, like in everything. Like, because I think when we all heard there's going to be a Castlevania Netflix series, everyone was a bit like, you know, are you sure? Really? Is that the one you want to do? But like, they kind of nailed it.
I remember seeing a production meeting or maybe an interview where they said.
Sorry, I'm just giggling. It's not canon because Grant's not there. Not yet.
They did a interview where they said that they were using the Berserk films as an example of what they should do, and the Berserk anime what they should not do.
I can kind of get. Obviously, I've not seen Berserk, so I'm sort of talking out my arse. But I can kind of get that influence.
The Berserk film is very good.
From what I've heard from you and the rest of our dear friends, like. I can see the influence.
Yeah. Very gothic. There is like also supernatural stuff that happens in Berserk, but like it isn't immediately obvious as well.
Like,
I mean,
you can't tell that guy's supernatural. He just looks like a really big guy with a really big sword.
Yeah. And there is some supernatural stuff that happens in the films as well, which is my main frame of reference. So it's either towards the end or like kind of isolated. One of these days. There you go.
Sorry, that got very bad at the end.
Oh no, Stardust was right. It was the old Berserk anime, not the films. The films are also good.
Can I make that jump? I don't know if I can. I want to get over the right-hand side, I think.
You might be able to, but I don't know if... Are you sure that's the best idea?
I'm not sure of anything right now, Robin.
Because you've got a lot less room to maneuver over there. You can probably make the jump now.
Yeah. I think this is actually probably a bad idea. You're probably quite right. Bye! Because you know what I said about the small space jumping before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Also, I can't actually get... Ah!
Ooh,
I can't get...
That seemed rude.
It caught me toes. I can't go in the little hole next to me, I think. Because I get the feeling at some point that stops, like... stops filling in. I can't remember. I'll be honest with you, I do not remember how this section ends.
Have you been bat timing at all yet?
Bat timing?
That's what I thought.
Have I been bat timing at all? Oh, I got smashed in the head because I was thinking what bat timing is. I mean, I'm always bat timing, but I don't know what it means in Castlevania 3.
I feel like you don't want to stay in that hole for too long.
That's what I feel like too. I'm just expecting at some point it to fill in and just, like, trap me in there.
Yeah.
This section's a bit long, isn't it? Oh, what? Don't think that was on.
Like, this isn't just a test
Oh,
of
there it
reflex.
is! There it is!
Okay. The end's in sight. The unfair part is this isn't even just a test of reflexes. Like, also, there's weird positioning stuff in there because of how the animation priority works.
The weird jumping makes this very awkward.
Yeah. Oh.
It's fine!
That was good. That was Yomi.
Wait, is it not... Is that platform not the end?
Oh boy. It looks like a safe space at least, but...
I don't think anywhere in here is safe, I'll be honest with you.
Well, that bit looks safe because there's something right above it, so stuff won't fall on your head, at least.
I don't think that's a guarantee. Being over this side feels way too dangerous.
Yeah, you're too high up. You can't see the top of the screen.
Exit! Stairs! Stairs!
Oh boy! Oh boy!
I'm basically just going where the blocks fell last.
Yeah.
I'm too panicky to have actually noticed if there's a pattern. I feel like there probably is.
There must be, right?
There must be. It's an old video game. They work in patterns.
Either that or it's just like one really long...
Well, it has to end at some point, so I guess it's a sequence.
And it looks like it's going from right to left on there.
Hmm.
Okay. You've got this part solved now.
I'm just waiting for another row to make the jump a little bit more palatable.
That's an excellent call.
Bye! Thought that might be a chicken, but of course not.
Of course not.
Uh.
At all.
So after that section, they wouldn't give you health or anything.
Maybe that's what was in the first sconce.
I'm rather thinking that, yeah.
Oh, rough.
It must have checkpointed me though, right? Ah!
No, that's illegal! That's a foul move, ref!
I'll say it's a foul move. Ah! Oh, heavens. Hey, how's the weather? How you
I
doing?
can't get away with that. It's pretty terrible. Rocks keep falling out of the sky.
Stormy. Oh god, this section's really long.
Yeah.
It's not actually as scary as I thought, but it's just really long. I need to stop doing that though, eh? Yeah, like it totally is a test of patience. But the problem with tests of patience especially in hard games with dodgy checkpointing, is once you've done them once, you start getting sloppy.
Yeah. And like, I don't feel that it's fair, fun, or challenging for you to be tested on your patience twice. It just feels like there's a complete disregard for the player's time.
But again, they didn't know. It was this game. This is 1487 when this game happens, Robin.
Yes. Maybe I'm just cranky.
Did you get up on the wrong side of your coffin this morning?
Very good.
Like Dracula, yeah.
Yeah.
Vampire stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how you can get up on the wrong side of your coffin, because what I did is just like I pivoted like from my feet using the point to rotate.
Yeah, exactly. Did you pivot from your head this morning?
I'll put anybody in a bad mood, actually.
Exactly. All the no blood would rush straight to your head.
All the dust.
Ew. Do you think that's what's inside?
Yeah.
Wait, this one. I think this is where it changes up, right?
Yeah, this is the new pattern. Danny,
Mm-hmm.
have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No, what do you do in the shadows?
It's a film.
I know it's a film.
Have you seen it though?
No.
It's really good. It's a comedy. It's like a mock documentary about vampires, and it's very New Zealandy, and I loved it.
Are any of the members of the Flight of the Conchords in it?
2 of them are.
Okay, so recent New Zealand then.
Yeah, it's Rhys Thomas is in there, and Jermaine, not Brett.
Okay.
He's not invited.
Oh, did he do something terrible?
I guess not Rhys Thomas, Rhys Darby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I thought
one's on
maybe
me.
I got it wrong.
No, Rhys Darby is in there. He's not a vampire. He's a werewolf, and
Oh yeah, that fits him.
yeah, it's an excellent film. And seeing as the conversation is on vampires, I feel I should recommend it. There's also one character in there who's like 100 centuries old, and he's an Nosferatu and looks really weird. And he actually ends up being a sweetheart. He's the emotional core of the film.
Oh, don't judge your book by its spooky, dusty cover.
Exactly. What are you waiting for? You can make that jump.
Oh yeah, I probably could. What? That's what I was waiting for. Wait, hang on. Why is there an axe in there now?
Because you already had axes before.
Oh, okie dokie.
Because they seem very useful in this part.
Yeah, seems like it's kind of made for this part. I'd love to get that, but I don't want to risk the time. Sorry, it'll give me another one again later. Oh no, it's the worst bit! The worst birds! I almost said the worst bees. Oh, that's a very good point. Castlevania has a timer, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed that. It seems like it's generous enough so that, like, it won't usually run out, but also it means you don't sit
in sections
around.
like that, I think
so
we
you
may...
don't dilly-dally.
Well, that was gaming pose dilly-dallying.
Yeah, so I feel like the timer is a bit different. A bit more forgiving on that.
Chicken? Ooh, one
Ooh.
up.
Acceptable.
Good. More chances at this. Actually, wasps are the worst birds. I'm sorry to have to correct you. Bees are friendly. They just buzz around bumping into things. Oh dear. That's gonna break. I don't remember what happened. Oh, hole. Hole.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's a good reaction I had.
So what can Alucard do? Does he have any useful movement stuff, or?
Fireball. Oh!
So no.
Oh no!
Oh.
Hey, you know that one up I got? Could I
Yeah.
have some more? I'm gonna need to go a little bit quicker this time, huh?
Maybe.
I got scared of the bat. The other thing Castlevania... Ooh! Oh! Okie dokie!
Oh
Oh!
my god!
Oh! A problem!
Oh my god! No. I was worried that because you walked off the screen there, the platform would have reset to the top.
Oh dear.
Fuck that! Wow.
I think Alucard can turn into a bat is the thing.
Why didn't you?
Kind of forgot. How do you... Well, here he is. I don't remember how you do any of the Alucard stuff.
I assume you need to get. Oh, that seems fun.
Ooh, fireballs, yay!
Getting to play as the final boss of the first game. That's pretty good.
Well, here we are.
That seems really useful.
Yeah, could have skipped that whole screen, couldn't we? Can't skip the block falling screen though, unfortunately.
You can skip like the second half of it, I suppose. So wait, why would anybody pick Cypher in that case?
Her spells are very good.
So her spells are very good. You've also got. We're gonna go. I think his name is Grant.
Grant the Nasty, yes.
Grant...
You know his name is Grant the Nasty.
Grant the Nasty.
That's not a Danny trick.
I know his name is Grant the Nasty. I'm just like going off of. Is he the one with the good movement stuff where he can cling to ceilings?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
He's an agile boy.
Does Cypher have any good movement, or is it just really cool spells?
She's very slow. I think she's slightly worse at jumping, and her movement is bad, and her melee is short, and she has cool spells. There's a bat. Does Alucard have different movement too? I don't think it's significant, but slightly. Wow, look at all the... Oh! Hey, Robin, look at all these fireballs I've got. Let me demonstrate. You know what? You're alright, Castlevania 3. I deserved that one.
That one was on you. To be fair, they are very cool fireballs. Ah.
Wish I'd remembered that before. Everyone's got the same movement, different hitboxes. Oh, okay. I always thought Cypher was bad at jumping. This is the reason Alucard is worse. He's a weak boy. He does fireballs, but he's weak. I suppose he does shoot a lot. You're right. Yeah. Oh, because we're Alucard, the boxes are a different colour. You know, the Nintendo. Well, we did that jumping section legit like twice, so let's just cheat now.
Do it twice more, yeah.
Yeah, Alucard looks very stretchy. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alucard wants his chicken. Did I ruin it by half breaking that wall then leaving? I think I may have done.
Can you switch back to the other character, or?
Absolutely. Would you like me to?
Switch back and smash the wall open.
I think I may have smashed the wall open and ruined it by half breaking it then leaving the screen.
Oh, that seems annoying.
Video games? I think it's like down to weird respawning rules, because again, old game, weird respawning stuff, right?
I can't really hold that too much against it because it's the limitations of the system.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it isn't annoying though.
It is a bit weird. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do a test. Oh.
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 You're trying to go through the warp pipe.
Yeah. I was gonna go to the special zone. Mr. Skeleton, please play along. Away with you. Attacking on stairs is... Oh, I guess you can't do it as Alucard. Okay.
He's far too...
He's aloof. He's austere.
Yes. There's no time for that.
That's a commoner thing to do, isn't it? Being a bat does cost hearts, you're right.
Speaking of being bats...
Let's have a bat fight. Speaking of being bats, here's some.
Go on!
Very smooth.
Thank you.
I think Alucard's attack might be like you might only be able to have a certain amount of balls on screen at once. I can't quite figure it out.
Probably yeah, because it's like it does those. It's supposed to do those 3.
Sorry, this is the noise I make at this now.
I understand.
So I don't think I can fly all the way up there.
Probably not. Once it gets in sight, you can definitely fly up. Actually, if you get to that one sconce,
I'm thinking this is a perfect sconce opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to check out that sconce. It's the only reason we use the word sconce because of Dark Souls.
Oh fuck.
Sconce stream is generally one of my fondest streams.
That was one of the silliest bits of bullshit we've done.
It was a hot mess.
I use sconce because it's a good word, and if you can think of another word for that, I suppose brazier. It is a brazier.
Oh, I love brazier, the one about the eggs.
What? Oh.
You know, he sings about it, that he likes his salad and his eggs.
Oh, are you talking about Frasier? Or
no, brazier, you said... What?
What's a brazier, Danny?
Oh, do you mean that 80s band?
Yeah. They need a little respect. Who's singing about the eggs, Danny? Help me out here. I'm very confused.
I'm talking about Frasier.
You're talking about Frasier and Niles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frasier, you know the show Frasier and Niles? Frasier and Niles brackets, and also his dad is there and his dad has a dog.
It used to be called Frasier and Cheers.
Then he left to Cheers. Yeah. Then Cheers stopped appearing in the show.
It's Frasier in the Big City. I don't think I've ever sat through an entire episode of Frasier.
I have, but not intentionally.
It was one of those things that always seemed on, and whenever it was, I was too young to really get it.
I always wondered if I just wasn't getting it because I was young, or if it was just there wasn't much to get.
Everybody seems to love it.
Is it good?
I don't know. I have the same kind of... I don't know which video.
Brendan Brazier, sorry.
He was very good in The Mummy.
Do you mean in The Bummy? Oh, hang on, that sounds rude. No, that's rude. Oh, sconce.
What's that sconce?
Ah! Didn't really see what it was.
I think that was more hearts.
I think it was more hearts. It made a heart-ish noise.
Yeah, Frasier always seemed to me to be very similar to Curb Your Enthusiasm, in that everybody likes it and I didn't get it as much. And I feel weird admitting that on stream, because everybody loves Curb. And don't get me wrong,
it's the music that's the good bit.
The music and like using it as punctuation for a joke is fucking iconic.
Frolic is that song is called Frolic, just incidentally. Yeah. But Frolic.mp3 is a very solid joke even now. Can I make it all the way? Oh, easily.
Let's get the one up.
I'm getting it. You're happy now.
I'm very happy.
Me too. We got here with very little trouble. Sorry, Big Trev, you're on the bench today.
You can just blow up to those stairs.
So hey, fuck this. I wonder if there's like an exit on the far left or something, but... Oh, it's these platforms! And Medusa heads. So these platforms, Robin, are fine if you walk on them. If you jump off them, or say, get hit and fly backwards off of them, they rotate.
That's some Mario shit.
That's some Mario shit.
I'm into it.
I'm not. I'm not into it.
I'm into it from the perspective of watching you go, oh, look at this. Ugh, I've been injured.
Oh, I've fallen down. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time watching me hurt my vampire knee.
Trevor, I've pierced my foot on a spike.
That's one for us. Oh, see, now the platform's doing the thing. You know what?
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work at all. Oh, dear
Being
me.
a bat seems difficult with all these Medusa heads around.
I'm just going to see if I can time it.
Oh.
Bye!
Oh, beautiful. That was real good.
See, if we were Big Trev, we could kill the Medusa heads in one whippy. But as we're Alucard, he's just got the sad fireballs. Actually, do Medusa heads get down in one whippy? I think they do.
I believe they do. I remember that happening.
That sounds like something that would happen in Castlevania.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, spider. If if I was Grant, I know I could fly across the level and there'd be prizes waiting for him at the end, and at the end would be everyone clapping and say, "Hello, Grant the Nasty, I'm so glad you can make us some."
There's a big birthday cake that says, "Well done, Grant." Oh, this sucks.
Bye. That platform kind of surprised me.
Yeah, it rattled you. It was a good dodge, though.
Oh, rattled like skeletons. Oh, I can't attack on stairs.
Too foolish.
Oh, you can do that in the air. Oh, sick. Okay.
That changes everything.
Excuse me.
Alucard has no time to fuck. He looks at his watch.
I can't possibly fuck at this juncture.
Thank you.
It's alright, I've read Twitter. Oh, too many.
Oh. Oh, that's how you write. Okay, that looks like a cipher to me. I actually hadn't seen it written down before.
See, I thought it was cipher too, but then I'm
looks
pretty
Greek.
sure the series pronounces it cipher.
Oh. Okay.
And at that point I had a crisis of confidence.
It looks like a classical Greek name.
A classic Greek name. Oh, please leave me alone, Skellington. Like, you know what? Don't. Fine. Have it your way.
I mean, if you're just taking the stairs, you could be Trevor for this part, couldn't you?
I could. I mean, I could actually utilize the character switching system. But then, what would happen when I screw up and need to do bat form?
Then you change back. Or just don't screw up.
Alright. Easy enough for you to say.
Yeah, it's very easy for me to say, because I don't have to play the game.
It's a good game. It's maybe worth playing, you know.
Oh, good dodge, good dodge.
Oh! The platforms are doing the thing. Ah, Robin!
I probably should play one of these.
I would very much like you to play one of the newer ones if you were to actually play. That could be something we do. We do like on a stream where you're around my house, maybe.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh, I don't know what happened there.
If you get hit as a bat, you transform back and fall like a sad stone. But a sad stone that looks nice, you know? Even in this game, Alucard looks okay. He's a lot more vampy in this game. In the, like, not vampy in the, oh, he's a pretty boy sense, but vampy in the, oh, you look like Dracula sense.
By the way, I don't know if you're paying attention to chat right now, but you shouldn't be because you're supposed to be concentrating on this, but...
I'm sorry, I'm concentrating very hard.
If Photon is discovering speedrunning strategy names...
Oh, so... The speedruns for this game are very, very good, but also, Medibot, darling as they are, sometimes does tricks. I don't know. I don't know if that's a real name, and I want to trust them, so I'm going to assume it is. But also, they've been known to be a trickster.
I remember watching a speedrun race of Donkey Kong Country, maybe Donkey Kong Country 2, and they were talking about a legitimate big boy, and that made me very happy.
You texted me that.
Yeah, it was that important.
Yeah, and I'm really glad you did. It's the Dynasty Escape. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Independent third party.
I'm so happy.
God, speedrunning is so
Speedrunning's very good a lot of the time. It has its problems, but then... Oh, then where am I going?
Oh,
No! That would have been a bad place to die. It's the top of the screen. Just thought I'd inject a little tension.
See, most of the time... Now we're talking about speedrunning, I'm in the mood for it. Most of the time when you see auto-scrolls, it just slows everything down, but that one you were having to race.
Yeah, like,
terrifying.
Castlevania Moves.
Yeah.
Also, Castlevania Moves is the name of my tricks video.
Oh.
Including some cool... I'm going to touch that fire. I think it might kill me.
I've got a really bad feeling about this room.
Well, you should do. It's a room that's not good.
Is there a boss fight in here?
No. There's not a boss fight in here, Robin.
Oh, okay, this is fine. So, maybe you shouldn't be Alucard.
You know what? Maybe you should stop cramping my style.
You're just getting owned by some mummies.
I mean, yes. That's because of my timing, though. I'm thinking with Alucard's triple balls, I can, like, hit more of the mummy's paper.
Okay, yeah, you know what, that worked out. That was fine. Well done.
Thank you. Thank goodness this is the end.
Are you the good vampire that always gets his breakfast egg, or?
So you know when I said very specifically there wasn't a boss fight in here, Robin?
I thought that's just because there was 2 mummies.
No.
Oh no, they're not. They're not actually doing this, are they?
They are.
Wow. Rude.
Properly rude. Did that work? I think this is one I might want to be Trevor for.
Hmm. Oh,
I don't think I'm going to manage this, I'll be honest with you. This is, I remember really hating this fight.
Oh, you've got a life back, though.
No.
Yeah?
No, I have the same.
P = 01.
Oh, a life, yes.
Because you were on P = 00.
Was I? Oh, did I get a points life right? Hey,
Must have
I've
been a score
got
thing,
to,
yeah.
got to do that again.
That's fine.
No.
That's this is acceptable.
No. It's not really acceptable. I think this is probably my main problem with this, and also maybe old Castlevania in general. A lot of the checkpoints are kind of hot arse.
Yeah, Nintendo hard.
Like, there are some levels where they get it right, and some of them is just this.
I mean, this would be fine as like a good challenge room, but also 3 boss fights?
Yeah, it's like I just do not think this is a very good boss fight anyway. But then to add this on top of like, if you die, get ready to do this again. I think this level might just not be a banger. Can I not go through those? Uh-oh. Well, we have a problem.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Problem solved? If I want to use Trevor, I need to give Trevor power-ups in here is the thing.
Sure.
And I do not feel overly confident. There must be a life in here, right? If they're making us redo this, surely one of these blocks is a life or something. No? Alright.
Guess not.
Overly optimistic. More mummies. Came up the wrongest possible way. Wow, these suck!
This sucks. That was good though.
But the problem is we have to do all 3 in one go.
I mean, that's true. I'm not saying that wasn't a good run though.
Oh, well, thank you! Oh, okay,
Yeah,
wow.
You can't destroy that paper.
No, you need to hit it with 2 to destroy it. I may as well just be bloody Trevor for this! Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do, but I'll take
It's not
it.
the Trevor button.
Where's the Trevor button? I think I'm going to press a different button in a second is the thing.
The continue button.
No. The cry and stop playing button!
Oh.
But actually, this is a good chance to swap to the FDS version, just to show
Sure.
you.
We didn't. It's nearly 11 o'clock, so I suppose we can just get on.
Well, we
with
got
it.
started proper late.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
this is my password. If any of you want to carry on and fix my bullshit at home, I'm going to bring the screen down and we're going to swap over.
Okay. We're getting a bit unprofessional.
No, I'm just
Hey.
going to bring the thing down.
Oh, the be right back screen.
Yeah.
I get you.
When I said professional, I meant it.
There it is.
There it is. So, I did not make it look very good, is the thing. I didn't have a great showing, but I think
I did give
Castlevania
you
3
like
is
half
fantastic.
an hour to say, "Hey, Danny, we're going live. Make a Dracula.
Make a Dracula.
Screen. Do a Dracula.
Make a Dracula!
Speaking of making a Dracula, who's the art by?
I will link them later, because I need to look up the URL. Again, one of the things I would usually do is put it in the Twitch information underneath, but
Very last minute.
very last minute. Okay, we should be switched. We should be all okay. There we go.
Nice.
So, this may look very familiar to you. It's the same game, but the main difference is this. Well, 2 differences. One, this has a different name. Until, gosh, I'm not sure when they switched over, but certainly the NES ones, they weren't actually called Castlevania in Japan. They were called... I can't remember how to pronounce it in Japanese, and I can't remember what it translates to. It starts with an A.
Chat.
Oh, I'll enter my name while chat helps us out. I think they might have only switched... Yes, Demon Castle Dracula. I think they may have switched around the Symphony of the Night times? Yes, it scrolled away after I said that, didn't it? Oh, okay, already the music is a proper banger. Oh, So it's basically the same game is the thing. Like, I don't know if you know much about how games were translated in the NES times, but FDS games generally, when they came across, a couple of things happened. They stuck a saving or they took out a save system and stuck a password system on. Because the FDS, obviously with it being discs, could save the discs. A lot of NES games couldn't at the time. So things again like Kid Icarus had a password system, whereas in the FDS version, that was just saves.
And was it a lot of Game Boy games that had saves in it also had batteries, which at this point would now be dead and useless?
Yeah, there were issues with batteries and saves and stuff. The other thing that often changed with FDS games is that I don't know exactly what happened, whether it was similar to what happened with some carts where the FDS discs actually had hardware on them or not, but they tended to have much more complex soundtracks. So the version we're getting now are basically the same songs, just the kind of the real versions of them. Yes, the VR6 chip. Was that actually part of the console itself rather than... That would make sense, wouldn't it? How are they going to put a sound chip on a disc? Don't say very carefully, Robin. Yes,
very politely.
Very politely. Asking first. Yes, one of the things the VR6 could do is it could do more sounds at once. So you'll notice, as compared to the game we were just playing and NES games in general, you won't get that thing where a sound effect will cancel out the music so much, which is kind of world-changing. Because one of the old console things that really stick in my head is that effect of just holes. Is that effect of just slashing your sword or whatever, and all the music just turning into a one-channel boopy nightmare. Whereas, again, with Castlevania, the soundtrack really deserves it. You know, I'm sure I must have missed 1001 meats.
1001 Meats would be a very good name for a cooking video game.
See, that just makes me think of 1001 Spikes.
Yeah, it's a ROM hack.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
version of 1001 Spikes.
Oh, so it's really, really dangerous, and he's just going in there for lovely recipes.
Yeah.
I'd play that. Oh, bye. And see, am I kind of unfair in thinking that, once a game has claimed a number, you need to get a different one for yourself? If a game's already used 1001, surely that number's just going to be associated with that game forever now.
That's a fair thing to bring up. Let's examine this a bit further.
So, what are some games with numbers in?
So I think that saying 1001 and then another word means that if I was to say 1001 Meats, then that would sound like it's just 1001 Spikes, but a different game. But if it was, I don't know, Butcher's Isle : 1001, that would sound
different, yeah.
That sounds like a different thing.
I guess it's in the formatting.
Yes. Because then, if you put the number right at the start, then that is essentially taking the title, you know?
Yeah. Oh, knife.
And absolutely it's in the formatting because 64 was not a 64 was not a franchise, it was a setting.
Oh weird, this is another game in the Super series. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong side, isn't it, huh?
Oh, also Stardust pointed out 1001 Nights.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I suppose 1001 Spikes is probably trying to satirise that.
That's true. It's not really a similar thing, but it sounds close enough. Like, that's enough for a video game title, really, isn't it? It sounds close. It's not a functioning pun, but then this is the medium that brought us Eat Lead with Matt Hazard.
What was the one where Takfuji said 1 million troops?
99 Nights.
Thank you. I knew Nights was in there somewhere.
Never played it. Don't think I ever will.
But I don't need to because I feel like I want to because Takfuji was so enthusiastic about it.
Oh no, I'm still waiting on Super Mario 128 myself. Video games.
And here's the thing, if I play 99 Nights and it's bad, I can very easily say 99 shites.
Ooh, how long have you been sat on that?
Just come up with it now. That's how
Really?
good I am at being pithy about video games.
Hey, so this is one of the best songs on the soundtrack. It's called Clockwork. Can you guess why?
This is a cool looking level. I like with that gear turn. Oh, Danny!
I did the thing! I'm gonna go jump over that hole and find nothing.
Just jump down the hole immediately because you've got no lives left.
Well, fine then. Be all defeatist about it.
Strategic.
My favourite Castlevania 3 song, this is again for people who know the game now. I think my favourite one is Aquarius, which makes me sad because it never really came back that much.
Oh, really?
Did we? I don't think we had Aquarius yet.
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's a bit later on. But oh, it's very, very good. I'm just going to link you Castlevania songs when we're done.
Cool, cool. I will listen to them. This is a
Oh,
cool
oh!
That was unnecessary.
I almost fell off the stairs, so I reacted by jumping. Sorry. I think I might be getting a bit sleepy.
You got that Castlevania fatigue.
Yeah, I've built up that like lactic acid, but for Castlevania.
Hang on. When you use the time stop, does it also stop the cogs and things in the background?
I think so, yeah. Castlevania's a game of beautiful touches.
That's really good. I suppose that they would need to, considering like how fucking massive that cog is.
It's also probably why they give you it.
Look what we can do with computers.
Oh gosh, sorry, this is where my lack of Castlevania knowledge comes back. Is Circle of the Moon the one first? Is that the first GBA one? Robin, you may not know the answer to this, I'm afraid.
Absolutely not. Instead, I'll talk about my favourites. Oh, an example of look what we can do with computers, and that's in Street Fighter 3. That was one of the first games that had characters with asymmetrical designs. That when they turned from left to right or right to left, they actually stayed the same colour because they had a more powerful chip. So there's one character who's got like one half of his body is red, the other half is blue.
Oh, it's that Ryuken.
What?
Well, it's half Ryu, half Ken.
No, that'd be one half white and one half red.
Oh, I always thought he was blue in the older ones. Oh no, platforming.
Wait, do you have to... Oh.
Shall I try again?
Yeah, give it your best shot.
Was Adventure Rebirth the remake of Castlevania 1 on the Wii? This is kind of just turning into like a Castlevania quiz.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean when you said, oh no, platforming.
Yeah, the pendulum platforming is kind of a hallmark of a lot of Castlevania. It always really scares me.
Yeah, that's understandable. Because it seems that, yeah, it was Guild of Street Fighter 3. Also, Elena's bracelets did the same thing too.
Yeah. It may not surprise you to know that these feel like hell.
It looks okay.
Doesn't feel okay. It being the Nintendo Entertaining System, it has some problems. Much as we've been talking about how the FDS is very good, it is still a NES in its heart. But bless its little cotton socks, it tries. See, I'm kind of thinking this is probably the most representative level to, or not representative, most like what people think Castlevania is level to be showing you. Clock towers and Medusa heads.
Yeah, again, like from my limited knowledge of Castlevania, I know clock towers are an important part of it. And also falling to your death from some severe bullshit.
I'm very surprised I'm not dying from getting knocked off of stairs. I thought that was a thing that happened.
I know about falling through stairs.
It's not so much falling as walking off. Oh, it's okay. The teeth of the cog loaded in.
Nice. Oh, you got the 2.
Oh, I got the 2. I bet if I get this axe, it'll get rid of it.
Try throwing 2 bottles of water.
Lots of juice.
Yay, you can throw 2 now.
Yay, I've got twice as much juice. Let's see if I can lose it in the platforming bit.
Oh.
Oh, I hate Medusa heads.
Sucks.
Also, I'm not sure if it's showing. There's a lot of slowdown on this level.
No, it's definitely showing.
Oh, okay.
It's putting the chips through their limits, I suppose.
So what they thought they'd do is put some of the most complicated environments in with randomly spawning enemies.
Because it would be funny.
I mean, it was funny. They weren't wrong. Oh, I'm just doing a bad job.
That was okay.
I mean, I dodged it, but I didn't... Like, that...
Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't doing okay at all.
No, I was doing bad. I appreciate your... I appreciate your faith in me, Robin, but I was doing bad. Now I can get the axe, though.
The axe is very cool.
I think it's my second favourite sub-weapon, certainly of the Belmonts.
Is your favourite sub-weapon the boomerang crucifix?
Yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes!
Good guess, Robin! But also, it's partially because I like using them, partially because they're a fucking look. Bye!
Oh.
Slowed down right as I was going in the hole.
It was good, it was very dramatic. It's like your life was flashing before your eyes.
Also, my life was mostly just falling down. But yeah, like, I think the boomerang crucifixy things are a proper look, you know?
It's a really cool aesthetic, just throwing out a big cross, and then it whipping around and hitting somebody behind you as well. That's good, that.
If you jump over it, it goes even further. Yeah, that's tech.
It is. New tech discovered.
Oh no, it's old tech. This is from like... See,
89.
Well, if you want to say the real time, sure.
Oh, it's 1789.
So I already went back to like 1470, which I think is around the time this game is actually set.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 1480 something. Oh, my Dracula lore is very poor today. I keep thinking way ahead of myself in terms of like what enemies do. So these spear guys, I'm thinking like much further Castlevania games like Symphony of the Night, where they can like jab you through floors and stuff. Here they just kind of patrol. But I'm more scared of them than I need to be.
The skeletons in this remind me a lot of Titus as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's like a sense of skeleton style.
Yeah. He's being published in Kush Comics soon. I'm really excited about it.
That's really cool. I'm super glad for him.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of really cool stuff recently and getting the credit he deserves.
Well done, Titus.
About bloody time. That doesn't mean congratulations on getting up on your ass, you know what I mean?
About bloody time you got the recognition.
Yes. I think part of the problem with that dodgy jump... What is going on here?
This sucks. Wow. Wow. Okay.
I don't know if the teeth on the cogs actually exist. I know that's a very confusing sentence.
I know what you mean. I feel they must, because there's that one way you have to jump on
Oh.
to basically first of all.
but I had problems with that before. So I don't know. I could have just not jumped high enough, and if it's a circle, I just like slid off the edge. I could have just been all slippery. Oh, don't come near me. I could also, if I'm having trouble with that jump, just cheat as the Flappy Boy.
No, you can't.
Oh no, we restarted, didn't we? Ah! I thought I still had the Flappy Boy.
No.
Looks
He's
like...
stuck on a big mountain.
Oh yeah, he's stuck in that giant pile of, like, falling stones, isn't he?
With 3 coffins inside them.
There's a mummy's inside, and there's a man with a hammer inside, and no one knows what's in the third one.
No one's ever opened it.
Why? Why did that happen?
That sucks.
What if I wanted that? I guess I can throw 3 bottles of juice at something now, though.
Okay. I'm getting a really bad vibe from these Medusa heads. I'm not even playing this game.
They're not friendly.
So wait, when the Medusa heads hit you, do you go back in the direction they came from, or the direction that you're standing?
I think it's the direction opposite from where you're facing.
It's
No, it's backwards. It's backwards.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the direction that they are coming from.
Is it?
I think so.
I just went
I'm not saying
backwards.
test this out.
That one didn't send me either direction.
No. So I'm saying if you get hit in the back, then you'll go flying forwards.
I think so.
Yes. Oof.
Oh, this cog feels bad.
Neither of us want to test this hypothesis. Okay, it's the direction they're going to.
Oh, well, that's not what I want to happen. Chicken? Oh, thank goodness.
Nice.
It might be okay.
We can manage this. This is fine. This is only level 2, isn't it? So.
Oh, this is his house. This is where he lives.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's Grand Dynasty, kind of.
I can tell.
Yeah, he is a little bit, you know. Well, he lives up to his name. Get down here.
I love that. Hello, I'm Grant Dynasty. Yes, you definitely are.
You know me, I'm the giant yellow man who lives in the clock tower. You know, from Knives. Surprise, he wasn't really giant. He's got a cool bandana though.
Yeah.
Is he a pirate? My brain kind of says he's more like a contra man, but that's not true, is it?
But he's got a waistcoat.
Oh, that's true. That is like the most pirate item of clothing, isn't it?
The waistcoat and the bandana makes me think he's very piratey.
Oh,
look at that!
Other than a hook, that's the most pirate.
Yeah. I think this is true. Did you know about eye patches and why pirates wear them?
Is it to keep one eye good? I heard it was to keep one eye better than the other, so you could see through things, or something. Like see through. I can't remember the name of them. Telescopes? No, not telescopes. The small ones you hold in your hands. Robin, help!
The small telescopes you hold in your hands.
Yes.
Binoculars, or a
The
monocular.
one that's a single one.
A monocular.
No, I think a monocular is a boss in Kid
I
Icarus.
think you meant a telescope, but a smaller one, not one that was used to look at the stars. Anyway, no, that wasn't it at all.
Okay. I'm glad we figured this out.
The reason why a pirate wears an eye patch is because when they're going below deck and there's not very much light,
Oh,
it's
okay.
one eye adjusted. Yes, they can see properly.
I don't even know if I'm meant to be going this way.
I mean, they're throwing enemies at you, so I think you're going in the right direction. And also, you're not falling to your death, so I think you're going in the right direction.
Just thought I'd test that theory out.
You're just falling. It's different.
Ah! Well, that's what Grant does.
He's very good at it.
Ah, dear.
Oh, you fell to your death.
Spyglass.
Spyglass, okay.
It's not this way. Yeah.
I never said pirates were the smartest.
I'd just like to say while we're here, look at that picture of Trevor in the corner.
It's very good.
He's mostly hair.
I mean, he looks a lot like the picture of him on the overlay as well, to be fair. It's a good likeness.
Yeah, it's very close. That picture on the overlay is that the American NES box art, I believe? You know when, like, not imported, that's not true. When oh, you can just do that, okay. When imported box art always had really, really different styles to the games, you know, like the Mega Man.
Like Mega Man, yeah.
Like Mega Man, yeah.
The great trick. Oh. Oh, yeah.
I've got a severe problem right now.
Oh, that's nasty.
There we go.
You had to get up by attaching to the ceiling? Sure.
Maybe the reason I never played as Grant is because I cannot figure out how you do him at all.
Stick to the ceiling.
Yeah, like that, I guess.
The best shit I ever saw was in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where you could play as Mega Man, but it wasn't cute little blue bomber. Wait, is that Sonic? Shit.
No, the blue bomber is Mega Man.
Okay, it was the... Oh my god. What are you trying to achieve with that?
I wanted ups.
Sure. I was here to talk about how you can play as Fat Mega Man in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and you're busy doing that.
I thought there might be a prize up there.
Hey everybody, watch this.
Whoop. Watch my cool stunt. How did you stab Grant? Or is that just a different version of Grant?
Maybe it's a different version of the game?
Turns out I have very limited Dynasty knowledge. Is it safe? Yeah.
Oof. That would have been humiliating if it wasn't.
There was only insta-kill spikes.
You've got no lives left.
So? Oh, US Grant has a stabby, okay.
Oh, okay.
Right, give this one more shot, then call it.
Oh, okay, you start as being Grant, that's fine. Just stick to the bottom of the thing.
I want to get the candles. Oh, it's just money, never mind.
You could do that, though.
Maybe Grant's letting himself down. Maybe I'm playing really well.
This is a tutorial level.
Yeah, and I'm clearly getting it.
Wait a minute, was that air control?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it's just that you have... No, of course, you mustn't have it when you're... Does Grant have air control? Grant has air control!
This is incredible.
Oh my goodness!
This changes everything.
It's like Grant's from a different game. I can see where everyone says Grant's very good now.
He's really good.
I was an idiot. Hey Robin, do you want to see me do a trick?
Yeah. You're worrying me, I'll be honest.
That's my favourite moment thus far, I think.
It's a good moment.
Was it safe to jump down there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also,
watch out for the insta-kill spikes.
Better watch out for the insta-kill hole, to be honest.
Yeah. Watch out for big insta-kills by everything.
Oh, okay, if you let go, you drop. That's probably what happened before. No one knows. No one's ever seen Grant not hunched over. I feel bad for Trev now. He's just sat here watching Grant do cool flips and stuff, and he's like, oh, once I jump, all I can do is fall down.
Once I don't have to commit to it.
Not like these bloody millennials. I mean the ones born later than 1500, of course.
Centennials.
Would that be so? Oh, of course, I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
See, I don't remember the 90s, so I don't really remember what the millennium was like, so I don't know the words or anything. Oh, Grant problem.
You did it again.
I figured out how to get out of it this time.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got proper sub-weapons and everything. Weird.
Seems really good.
Can I get out? No.
No.
Actually, I can somehow.
Wow, okay.
I I feel like I'm cheating.
I mean, was it cheating to beat Alucard and just fly past all the bullshit platforming?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I love the way he tiptoes down these stairs.
It is
really
quite dainty, isn't it? Oh, it's just a heart, whatever.
Never mind.
Whenever you see 2 squares off in the distance, it's probably always a prize.
Speaking of 2 squares off in the distance, if anybody's going to be at KidZcon in the next few weeks...
Nice, smooth.
Thank you.
Hey, if anyone remembers the video game 999...
I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. I just... we've been talking about dressing up as 999 for the longest time.
I think since you've played the 999 game, honestly.
Oh. No. I played it ages ago. I played 999 ages ago.
Yeah, it's true.
We finally did it. We saw another level.
I'm going to be cosplaying... I have to call him Santa, don't I?
Well, I mean, no, but also I generally don't think anybody would actually recognise his real name.
Also, I'm not going to say his full name because it's a spoiler.
Shh.
I'm not saying his full name!
Shh. Don't Google the protagonist.
He's not the protagonist. Also, don't Google protagonist.
I like that that's become our little joke for the series, but also it's completely honest advice. Don't Google Junpei.
Don't Google anybody. I'm going to be cosplaying Santa. Danny's going to be cosplaying Clover. We've got a friend who's also going to be cosplaying Junpei. 999's a very good video game.
It's one of my favourites, I think. I still am very tempted to go... Do you mind up there?
Throw an axe at him.
You can't when you're on a stair.
Oh, really?
I tried. I'm still very, very tempted to go back and play... if not both 999 in VLR, maybe just 999 on stream. Because after doing ZTD and the Nonary games coming out, you know?
Yeah. I'd like to see the Nonary games.
Me too, I'd like to know what they changed.
Oh, they voice acted it for one, didn't they?
Oh, that's true. Grant feels quite easy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a meats.
I mean, you do have to go out of your way to get him.
Oh, the VLR endings are good. Ups or downs? Did we go?
went... Oh, jeez.
We went downs last time, didn't we?
I think so.
I think VLR is probably my favourite too, but you're right, it's very, very long. Also,
Yeah,
some of
I
the stuff
agree
it does
with
at the
VLR.
end.
DLR's probably the best. I remember hearing Griffin McElroy talking about DLR on a podcast, saying if you didn't like VLR, then you're a fucking idiot. I think what was his exact words?
That's a bit harsh, but also, you know...
It's got such a unique...
I genuinely don't think
structure
there's a
for
lot
stories.
like VLR. Certainly in terms of games, I can't really think of many other things that does similar things in the way it does.
Oh, Grunt takes extra damage, that makes sense.
But I don't take damage!
Yeah.
I do.
They kind of followed... I mean, if it turns right, but also... There's plenty of plot holes, but I think I'm okay with that.
The thing is, a plot hole is not necessarily a negative thing because it allows you to fill in the gaps. Sometimes a plot hole can be lazy, sometimes a plot hole can be more interesting, I think, genuinely. And I know that sounds very, very hand-wavy, but I think sometimes not connecting all the gaps is better. For example, I think had they not tried to tie everything together with Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid would have been better for it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid would have been more interesting if they hadn't tried to tie up so much. If that hadn't been, like, Psycho Mantis and whatever, you know?
Yeah, it didn't need to be Psycho Mantis. I feel that a lot of the stuff they do in 5, and also in... Well, I'm sorry, Danny.
No,
makes
the
the
4 is definitely guilty of the same thing.
Like, having Big Mama be the surrogates for Les Enfants Terribles, I think was unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it makes the universe smaller, because...
Yeah, but,
Like,
but if you think
who
about
was
it,
this-
like on the other side of that, like, you then... sorry, I'm kind of thinking about that guy with a hammer who doesn't seem to care too much about me.
Yeah, Grant's cheating, apparently.
Yeah, the bosses are literally coded to ignore him. I guess he's
Yeah.
too small. Like... Give me the ball, give me the ball. Ah. It would have been more interesting if that fact had been left out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, similarly, it would be more interesting if, like, if the reason for the... Oh gosh, I forgot the unit from Metal Gear Solid 3. If the reason for their powers hadn't been explained...
The Cobras?
Yes. If the reason for their powers hadn't been explained in 5, I would have preferred that. You don't need to explain literally everything about your world. Leave some holes.
Wait, did they explain? Maybe
Yes.
I missed that.
No, they did.
So you mean like, even the end and the...
Well, no, they explained sort of where their powers came from.
Oh, right, all the stuff with Code Talker.
Yeah, they didn't literally speak to... They didn't say, this is why that man gets proper old!
Right. Okay. Right. Silly.
I'm gonna say... So this is Cypher, but I'm gonna say no to her because we have Grant. Actually, I'm gonna say yes because we haven't seen Cypher. I went back on myself.
let's see it.
But, like, you know, I genuinely prefer a lot... But so, especially in ZTD, they leave a lot of holes. But I prefer... I like a lot of the holes they leave.
I think that the villain's line being "my motivations are complex" is fucking hilarious.
It's very good. It's very hand-wavy. It's very
It's
good.
like, I'm so smart you'll never be able to understand all of the stupid bullshit plot stuff.
But also, like, how that game ends, like, you... So, I feel okay to talk about it. Oh, that's a hole. I feel okay to talk about it on stream because we have streamed it, but, like, the way that game ends, it's like, you get punked. You get punked really, really hard. You get properly
Yeah.
punked.
Cyber hard. Oh, that's a cool spell.
Yeah, Cypher has really cool spells.
You're right. This is a cool level. What the hell?
This is the spooky boat. But you'll also notice Cypher's attack is a little bit... Well, you kind of crack him with a big stick, which is cool, but...
It's a big stick, isn't it?
It's a big stick.
I thought Metallic Archaea was the stuff that dissolved metal.
Mm.
There's a lot of plot stuff I missed from MGS5 apparently.
It's a lot of plot stuff they missed from MGS5, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing about Metallic Archaea. It's a very
Say Anger
cool
was a bad
world.
album. Sorry. How am I gonna deal with this guy?
Stop time.
Great.
Well, better than that.
Turns out he was expecting my trick.
Right. Skullface wasn't anybody, was he? He was just a dude.
I don't remember.
Like, he was a dude that gets introduced in... I believe he gets introduced in Ground Zeroes.
Just kind of gotta wait for him to clear off a bit.
Yeah.
Well, what? Yeah. That
Alright,
sucks.
he's just an angry Eastern European dude who didn't like globalism, or he didn't like exist before Ground Zeroes. What's his backstory like? His city got bombed, and that's why he has a skull instead of a face, or
Okay.
oh, at least they checkpoint you there. That's nice.
Yeah. That's
It's
generous.
being invaded, okay. That's the same motivation of the villain in Black Ops 2.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's running out of ideas. Oh, is this the cheaty orb? This is the cheaty orb.
Oh wow, wow.
That
okay.
orb is way too good.
This is why you play as Cypher.
Yeah,
I
pretty
guess.
much. Also, it is fun to whack people with a stick. It literally homes in and stuff.
That's so good.
Sorry. So, you know when I said Cypher's platforming is weird? That was all sandbagging for this exact
Yeah.
moment.
I guess you can't really switch back to Trevor for the platforming either, because then, if you do, then you're going to lose your cheating orb, aren't you?
I love my cheating orb.
It seems really good, though, is the thing.
It's really good. Also, just to confirm, we have lost Grant, because you can only have one partner at a time. So he's been spurned.
I fucking love her animation for just swatting at the wall.
It's really casual. It's like probably beating the devil out of it.
Oh, just go away. Stop it. Stop being
I've had
silly.
enough.
I do like the knees up for going down the stairs, though. That's good.
You try climbing in a robe.
I said I liked it.
But one of us was coming away from that. He didn't care which. Yeah. I don't just. You know what? Fine. Cheaty orb. It's too powerful.
It's really good.
Oh, okay. It's just it looks stiffer than it is. Oh,
Right.
that would make sense. Oh dear.
Oh.
Surprised by a ghost.
Relatable.
That's like their main job, isn't it?
Use the orbs. Let's see those orbs.
Get the orbs out.
Okay.
The orbs are a bit weird. They kind of have a mind of their own. They just sort of hover around. The only danger with the orbs is you need to be super careful not to get the other books.
Yeah.
Also, weirdly, Cypher gets the other books and the clock. Not quite sure why.
I mean, the clock is still a spell, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose. It's just a spell about time. Oh, that's not the old book. Okay.
What were you hoping to achieve by that?
I want to see the other spells a bit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I've jumped too late. I've definitely jumped too late.
Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll die.
Is that time to call it, do you think?
Yeah, we went out in the saddest way possible. This password has a lot of hearts, so it's good. Well, everyone...
The two hearts in the middle, and those two hearts and the one underneath it, looks a little bit like a face, but also the face is crying.
Yeah, the face is crying whips.
But also they've got a necklace with a crucifix on around their neck. And
That's
some earrings.
pretty, yeah. Also, 2 ears on one side of the head.
Well, you can't win them all.
I guess. Thank you for watching Castlevania 3, Robin.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to show you Castlevanias for so long.
I feel like I know a few more things, a few more bullet points about the Castlevania games now.
I've given you some context for when we get into the really long ones.
I know that there's Big Trev in this.
Yes, Big Trev is there, Grant Dynasty is there, Alucard is just sort of floating around, and we'll never see Cypher again.
Is that a goof, or is that a thing that actually happened?
I'm afraid that's not really a goof.
Oh.
We'll never see Grant again. I think Grant was actually in that weird fighting game they did, maybe?
Jesus.
There was a fighting game called Castlevania Judgment. All the character designs were done by the Death Note person, I think, so everyone's very spiky and intense.
Wow.
It was weird.
Is Cypher in the Netflix?
Yes, Cypher is in the Netflix show.
That's cool.
Grant is not yet.
Imagine
Yet.
if he is, though.
He will be. Like, literally, the Netflix show is 4 episodes. The last episode ends with them getting the team together. Grant's coming. But yes, I'm glad hopefully I explained at least a little bit of why I think the aesthetic is so cool, because we're going to be coming back to that well quite a lot.
Yeah. No, I think I guess it a bit more.
I'm really glad. Now that we've done Castlevania 3, we can switch to when they get the really beautiful artists in, and everyone gets really tight pants.
So, can I talk about the thing I know about Symphony of the Night?
We'll say that for the Symphony of the Night streams, Robin.
Oh, okay, there's something to look forward to next time, folks.
I'm not actually sure if we're doing that next time, but we'll figure it out.
See you next time we stream Castlevania, folks.
Nice open-ended one. Thank you ever so much for coming, everyone. We will be seeing again for more Castlevania, but I don't know what we're going to be doing on Sunday. Being here?
Yeah.
See you soon, loves. Good night.
Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody.